Oh, I like this. Has Harvey ever had an argument with Pierce Brosnan in settling which movie involving a volcano is better? If not, you guys should invite Pierce to TMZ Live to settle it all. First of all, I'd love to have Pierce Brosnan here because I love the guy. I think he's so cool. But
both movies weren't that
Volcano
great.
is better. I mean,
both of them weren't that great.
Volcano is better.
But I like Volcano.
Dante's Peak was rushed because Volcano was coming out. And it was a mad rush to get.
When did they come out at the same time?
Totally at the same time.
I didn't know that.
And Volcano was supposed to be the first movie. And then they rushed Dante's Peak to get the first Volcano. So there was a big rush to get these things done.
You might have been a way bigger star in the movie, huh?
Well, you know,
if it would have come out first.
I mean, Pierce knows it. I mean, how many times do you hear about Dante's Peak? No, I mean, how many? Now you hear about Volcano all the time. They're talking about Volcano in Europe all the time, right?
You're
dreaming. They say Volcano in Europe all the time. You hear it every day, right?
No, it's called like Sweetie Wama.
Yeah, no, they say Volcano. They're talking about the movie. Volcano's a bigger movie.
Dude, the guy melts in. No, man. I saw that like on a Saturday on TBS, and I was just like, this is the movie Harvey's in. Worst movie ever.
It wasn't the worst movie ever.
No, you know what I think of every time I see it is that you wouldn't wear what you're wearing in it now. He's got this really
I got
thick
a big
black
leather jacket on.
Like, look like a bunch of animals sewn together.
Well, no, the funniest
really
thing was,
expensive.
No, the funniest thing was, so you know, I'm like, I do this movie, and so I never did movies. I mean, I was a TV reporter, and my neighbor was Dick Donner and Lauren Schuler Donner, who were the producers of the movie. I mean, they're huge producers, and so they knew me, and they were also casting all these reporters in town because they wanted to make it a local thing. So there were a lot of reporters in the movie. So they put me in a lot just because I think I was their neighbor, you know. But so
that you wear whatever you
I
want.
didn't do movies.
They
No. They had actually.
They wanted you to wear a
They had
leather jacket?
well, they didn't. But they had a casting person, so they had a little trailer for me and the whole thing. And I'm thinking, God, this is the coolest thing ever. And I thought, Mr. Levin, they want to take you into makeup now. And I thought, oh, this is really cool. Yeah. So the first time I go into makeup, and this woman says, okay, sit here. And she takes this dirt and she goes, pow, pow. And that was makeup. It was literally pow, pow. And I had this grime on my face. And that's it. That's what they do in makeup.
Jeez, I'd have done it.
Oh, it was so much fun. I did Volcano at night, and then the O.J. Simpson case during the day. It was the O.J. Simpson civil trial. It was right in the middle of it. And I stayed up all night, and it's hilarious.
Do you think they're going to let Michael Lohan speak in the criminal hearing?
I don't think so. I think I think the judge is going to say he does not have standing.
But in that case, we're going to be there live streaming, and he's going to talk a long time outside.
Yeah, he'll talk.
He's going to talk
a long time
either
outside.
way. So be there either way. We'll live stream it inside or live stream it outside. So watch tomorrow.
If Lindsay Lohan lost her passport, wouldn't the American embassy for this emergency been willing to give her an appointment yesterday? Well, that is an argument, and that's something we talk about on the TV show tonight, too.
Well, that's also might be one of the excuses. I know that's what her lawyer is saying, that they were working to try to get her back here. Her mom is also now saying that, but again, that also could be a nice, plump excuse. Whether or not she made the appointment and went, we don't know.
I love this question. What do you think of Randy Jackson wanting the fans to be allowed to enter the gates of Holy Terrace on June 25th? I love that question. It's such an interesting, because there's an interesting debate going on. That on the one hand, it's like kind of cool that people can honor Michael Jackson and go to the grave and the whole thing. On the other hand, there are other celebrities there whose relatives think this is a place where we want peace and we don't want people trampling and we don't want people taking little pieces. And so there's a big debate going on what to do here.
Well,
I love the story.
I have 2 points to that. One, I remember when they decided, and there was a real thing between the brothers and his mom and everybody deciding where to put Michael in the beginning. And what some of the brothers wanted to do, including Jermaine, was put him somewhere public and make it a museum and make it a big, like Neverland thing where everyone can go, like Elvis.
Vegas.
Or Vegas, where you can go in a
circle where his tomb's in the middle, like Napoleon's tomb, and then they put all the memorabilia around it, and they sell $25 a ticket.
I was into that at that time. Right after he died, I thought, this is a great idea. Michael Jackson is Elvis, and all of his fans need to be able to travel there, and he would totally love that. Absolutely. So that on one hand. Now, the fact that they decided to put him there is fine. But when they put him there, I also thought about it when it's private. and you can't get to it. I mean, literally, you can't get within 20 yards of this tomb at all. And see, I think it's a little unfair because Michael had so many fans. I like the idea that Randy wants to let people in there.
But I talked about this in the morning meeting.
Once a year.
That somebody, who I buried somebody at the cemetery where Marilyn Monroe is. Mm-hmm. And there are tourists coming in there constantly. And if you ever go to the grave, it's like you're at a gravesite and all of these tourists are coming around. And it loses all the privacy of being there. Yeah. And so there's that, if somebody wants to come and pay respects and there are all these tourists taking pictures and all this and that, it's different. So
But see that's exactly why I like Randy's idea of one day a year. So if you have a family member there, don't go on June 23rd.
But then what do you say to W.C. Fields or Clark Gable's relatives who say, I don't want anybody there? And that's why we signed up there.
His grandkid got stabbed.
Well, that's true.
I don't know what he's saying.
You're right. What do you think of the John Travolta dog tragedy? It's so sad it makes me hurt. It's so sad it makes me hurt.
I don't even like talking about it.
After watching TMZ...
But his wife's pregnant, which is great. It's really good news following really bad news. His wife's pregnant, so...
After watching TMZ Live yesterday, I wanted to know how tall Jared Dudley is. If you're asking that to compare him with my height, he is 10'4".
He hits the microphones when he stands up.
Yeah, no, he's a really tall dude. He's probably 6'9", 6'8".
You know what? Lakers are Suns tonight. What do you think?
Lakers.
Come on, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
By a long shot? By a lot again?
Mm.
Destroyed him.
Yep.
All right. I felt his vibe though. He was confident when he was here.
Oh yeah, no.
That they were going to come back, and it was just a fluke the win.
That guy's great. If Lindsay Lohan does, I loved having him here. He was really cool.
He was cool.
If Lindsay Lohan doesn't make it to court tomorrow, will she be arrested the moment she flies into the country? No. Has Forest Lawn definitely said? No, they haven't said what they're going to do. Are judges elected in California? Yes. I'm sure this judge has a track record of letting everyone poor get away with not complying with her orders. You're making a generalization here. But you do make a point, and the point I think is it relevant that this is a celebrity case? Everybody says no. Everybody's treated the same. Baloney. Everybody knows this is a high-profile case. The cameras are there. It gets treated a little bit differently, and not that this judge is treating it differently, but when you're under a microscope, it makes it different, and there is a difference in that respect. So, that's one of the reasons, I did the show Celebrity Justice is because, sometimes they're treated more harshly and sometimes they're treated more leniently, but it's not always the same. Even if people try and be fair and want to be fair, there are differences because of the attention.
Well, if you also look at the documents we got yesterday from the Alcohol Education School, they even said because of media scrutiny and Lindsay comes here and it's really hard, and for her privacy, they had to change some of their program for her to talk individually to counselors instead of to the group, because if Lindsay talks about her drug and alcohol problems to a group of people, they know that it's going to get outside, so they had to change some stuff. So, it's a celebrity. Stuff does change.